Hi, this is Robert Hilbert. This is homework one for regression analysis. Let's get started with exercise one. What did my process look like? So it went it went as follows. I loaded the data, I ran the data, I started building I started building plots with what I was given, and then I actually went into the weeds and analyzed it. You I made interpretations based on the knowledge I was given and the guidance I've been given in class. I and you can't just go ahead all willy nilly. Like you can't just see a p value and say, "Oh, that looks good." You need to actually check your assumptions. Like even just look here, residual versus leverage. That is a lot of fanning in. You really don't want that if you want to proceed. So like how sure you get a nice p value like this, but how significant is this result really? You And in terms of the coding part, a lot of my process was really bug fixing, like way more than actual like experiments and testing. This is what took up a lot of my time, but I feel very proud of the work I've done for someone that's never really been in R before. And exercise 2 is a lot of that same process, except that all that R trouble just sort of seemed to disappear for me. I don't know what happened. This is like even if it was more work to actually interpret the data, it it was a lot more time saved compared to exercise one, and that's just how it was. And what are the key insights that I really took away from this? So let's get this out of the way. Even just one syntax error in your code can mess up everything. Like I ran into a problem with not exactly this linear model, but like a different one. I didn't know that y came before x, and then I that messed up everything. I spent a way longer than I think I should have, like proceeding with that as normal. But then I realized later on, okay, wait, it's y by x and not x by y. And obviously I went back and corrected everything, but the little mistakes add up and they can cost you dearly. And again, going back to interpretation, the answers aren't given. You have to be able to make these decisions yourself. And personally, I saw a lot of edge cases, so I decided to err on the side of conservatism in terms of I I need to be very careful with what I choose to say. Like if especially if you have like a very not this one, but you have a very questionable R squared. Like that's really gonna mess everything up. And you don't want a leverage like this. And every step of the way, my process was documented. Like I interpreted everything. I wish I'd commented my code chunks out a little bit more, but whatever. That's just how it'll have to be for now. And how did how did things go? Like what grade do I think I'm gonna get? I think I'm probably gonna get a B or a C. I would really like an A, but I know that's probably not realistic. I This is a big learning process for me. I didn't know everything going in, and there's quite a bit that I still don't know. But I'm gonna learn, and that's probably for the better. I am being challenged, and this is helping me grow as as a student as a statistician. So I think I think I it's good that I know where I went wrong, but I also know what I can improve upon. I know mistakes were made, and I'm learning from them. And hopefully this can be a semester of learning going forward. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Um have a great night. Take care. Bye.